Good morning. Day 6. Absolutely freezing night last night. I think it was colder than the previous nights. Water to ice. These are stiff. Ice in the dog bowl. That water didn't freeze. Don't ask me why. So, I was lying in my pit like you do. And I thought, what am I going to do today? And I thought, I ain't got anything planned. I was going to chop more wood. I thought, no, I don't really want to do that. I have enough wood here, but it's not burning. And it's going to be hide and seek looking for some decent wood. It's burning now because I've got a load of small stuff in there to get it going. But as soon as I start feeding this, it'll start dying out again. Don't know if it dried a bit. No, it feels wet. Some will dry. Some will burn really well. Others won't. But the stuff up there I've got to split. I don't know if you can see it sweating there. Just so frozen. So yeah, I think we might call it a day today. I mean, what's the difference of 24 hours? I'm not going to do anything. Stella looks alright. The temperatures are getting lower at night. I mean, they're saying like -2. Every night they're saying -2. Out here it's not -2. It's -2 during the day. So, obviously the figures are for like some observation place somewhere else. Could be 10 miles away. And the valleys and the wilder areas are always colder. So, and we're in a spot here in the woods which is more sheltered, as I've shown. So I've got to feed this fire, otherwise it will go out. That's the little stuff that's burning. Oh dear. See, it soon burns down, you see, because it's so small. But I could get a really raging fire. But there again, once the fire goes out, the dogs are going to be in the cold. Now, I know the dogs and they should be used to it. Don't worry, that stuff won't burn down there. That's hot. In the morning, you don't think, do you? Yeah, once the fire's off, you know, then the dogs are going to feel the cold. And yes, they are dogs, but the domesticated dogs, you know, they're not used to -6s and -7s, you know what I mean? Even with their little jackets on. Done brilliant so far, seeing the condition. These are some of the coldest conditions we've had. I mean, when we were at Magoo's Bothy, it was cold, very cold, but we're in a bothy. And you always feel a bit more solid in a bothy, I don't know why. We were hunkered around that fire, and I don't think we left that fire for them 6 days. Trying to think other cold times. We've been in a teepee and had some really cold nights. But the thing is, in the morning, the sun would come out and the ice would melt. And everything would kind of thaw out. And then it would freeze again, and then it would thaw out. But we're not, see, look, the wood kind of takes ages to burn now. And look how small it is. So small. So yeah, I'm having a coffee. I'm going to think, and probably will call it. I'll tell you how bad it was. The frost was landing. I've tried this off, or tried to. Yeah, it should be dry now. The frost was landed from my breath on my top cover, and obviously with my body heat, then it was melting the frost, and then my top cover was getting wet from where I was, from the area I was breathing. And I'm not talking a little area. I'm talking quite a big area. As the frost was coming out, the breath was coming out, it was freezing, then landing on my quilt and then melted. So that was starting to get wet. So I think we braved it, done brilliant. You know. Someone's cracking. Something's cracking. Oh, it probably drips landing on something. That's the other thing, the condensation's getting crazy in here. Look at it. Yes, I can open doors, but if I open doors for freeze. See, look, this is what I'm saying about fire. All the things are open. They're going in like this size, and they're still not burning. Just smouldering. Spread them out, see if they'll catch. That's the problem. That's the smoke, you see. There's some moisture coming out of the wood. It's so frustrating. I don't want to go around cutting trees looking for some dry wood and each time finding wet wood and having to cut another tree, you know what I mean? So, not for one day. I think that's stupid. So yeah, going to finish my frozen cornflakes. Oh God, I put too much water in there, haven't I? Have coffee, hopefully. If this fire gets going. If not, I'll have to use my stove. I've got a stove there. The only thing I've got to do outside is most of this will burn whilst doing everything. The only thing I've got to do outside is bury the poo bags. So I'll let you know a little later on what we're doing, but it probably will be a pack up and go because it's getting too cold. I don't mind cold, I don't mind freezing, but it's alright for me. I jump in this lovely hammock, and even then I'm starting to feel it through the hammock, and that's -6, and that's with me wearing about 3 layers of clothing. So I'm thinking of the poor dogs as well. Right, that's it. That's the update. Bailing and running. Look at the amount of moisture in that wood. Just come out of Call of Nature and turn around and notice all the smoke. And that's that little wood, them little pieces. Crazy, isn't it? They've been sat there drying all night. Unbelievable. Very, very, very frosty out. Not here again. And we have it easy here. Imagine if we're out there. Just 100 yards, 200 yards away. Trouble's out. Got to make sure they ain't dragged the duvet to the fire. That'll burn. 12:44. All bagged up. You can see the place we were. That's what was on all our gear, all this ice. I picked some of it off. I have left a pile of wood, sadly, but there again, it saves people cutting wood or looking around for cutting wood. So, and it was used last time, so, and no fire pits, which is brilliant. Rebel, over here. Don't know what he's doing. So I think we're going to go back the normal way over the bridge and that way, because if it gets dark, at least we're on the track, easy track as such. Right, so scattered stones, scattered wood, just a thatch there, that wood pile. Yeah, I know. I wanted to take the logs over, but I haven't got time. It's just flying by. My fingers were frozen trying to do zips up. Bag of rubbish on the back. We've left no rubbish. Pack will be still heavy, but not as heavy as it was going in. Right, we're moving out. We're doing it. Ice everywhere. Absolute freezing. But we're doing it. We're laughing, struggling and laughing. We'll get back sometime. We're into Wonderland. Still going, just. Haven't I zoomed in yet? The team is working good. All of them, even Stella. Can't believe she still goes. Right, about another mile and a half. Well, we made it back to the car. Done good. Hard work with probably about 65 pounds. I'd say about 60 pounds. But everywhere was so sketchy with the ice. Thick ice. You couldn't even brake. We tried to cross the river. Couldn't cross the river. Had to take a detour. The river was just solid, jumping up and down on the ice with my pack on. You're talking 200 pound plus, you know what I mean? And still couldn't break the ice, it was that thick. Couldn't talk at the car park, it was so busy. So the view you're getting here is just towards Bridge of Orkney. The hotel is just up there. And then the A82, you can just see maybe the odd car in the distance going up and down. Typical. Say that now, and there's no cars. But that's the A82 that runs along there, which we'll be joining. Dog's done great. Stella, well, what can I say? She's been absolutely unbelievable. I didn't expect her to do as much as she did. I'm glad I knocked it on the head a night early. It is absolutely freezing. We're freezing. It's fighting the elements, you know, to get a fire going. If you can't get the fire going, burning right, then you're going to be struggling all night. And if you're struggling like 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, and your temperatures are not rising, you know, you're not warming the dogs up and you're not warming yourself up by the time you get into bed. And if the temperatures are as bad as I'm thinking they're going to be, about -6, -7 again, then I'm struggling even with the insulation I've got, because they were predicting -1s and -2s. Hence I took a -6 to cover my back. But it looks like the colder temperatures are even colder than anyone was thinking or predicting. But again, in the wilderness, you just don't know. I could have brought a -30 bag, and it could have been +4. You just do not know what you're going to get. You just have to kind of hedge it as you're there, you know what I mean, and see what you're going to be doing. So yeah, one night early, not too worried about it. I didn't have anything planned for today. It was just basically kind of mess around with kit. I was going to mess around with the hammock. I'm sure, sorry I didn't get to show the hammock. I did promise to do it. I'll do it another day. I might set it up in my house or whatever and show you from there. When we'll be out next, I don't know. It's all dependent on poor Stella. You know, I can't keep pushing and pushing her, so I have to kind of think of that. Also, my knee was hurting the other night, just a little bit aching, a little bit of problem, so it still ain't fully recovered. So probably I'm trying to get out once a month. That's the plan, but see how Stella is. We might be going to somewhere like a Boffy or something next one, just to break it and make a change, you know what I mean? So it's not too far to walk for Stella, and we can just sit in there and just be lazy bums, you know what I mean? I hope you enjoyed the videos. Thanks for watching, and to all my subscribers, as I say, I've never done this for subscriptions. I'm not into this buy me a coffee, you know, fund me and all this. I will get the super thanks back up and running, as I said before. I've got to get the ID sorted on that. All the money that was paid out, it's all saved. You know, nothing's happened to that. That'll restart again. It was just because what happened with Rebel and what happened with my knee, I just didn't bother, you know what I mean? So that needs to be done. So all I can say to everyone, take care. Don't forget, enjoy the dream, or live the dream, should I say, and just be careful out there, and a happy new year to all of you. Goodbye everyone, and thanks for watching.